Some interesting changes to this United States team, missing Cheta Ember and Chris Thomas. Lauren Doyle out injured, three of their most experienced players in this USA side. And so a good test of them. Vicky Wall, a newcomer to the Irish side, a AFL and Gaelic football star. She's not starting this match, but we're looking forward to seeing her over the course of the weekend. And they're led out by Lucy Mulhall, one of the newlyweds, one of about 4 or 5 newlyweds since the Cape Town Sevens. She, bless her, hasn't changed her name yet, I don't believe.
I mean, when you have a prolific name like hers, you probably want to hold it for a little bit longer.
Well, you're kicking, but
Maggie Cogaror, our referee, she is Lucy Mulhall. What a great player she is, Ireland's captain.
There'll be a countdown on the screen and then we'll go, okay?
This is a real banger of a match in Pool C. Both of these teams would fancy themselves contenders, but there's work to do, as it is the USA in the white and Elena Olsen in the green of Ireland. Precise, planned and ready to go is Olsen, and she's banged this on about 12 metres. It's well taken in the air, though, by Stacey Flood. And here is Mulhall with first possession. And a penalty early for the United States. Christy Kershey welcomed straight back in after missing the first 2 rounds. Here's Sammy Sullivan up towards the 22, flirting with that sideline, but Kinnett is in support. And Sullivan will play halfback. Nice hands for Ma in the middle. Here's Olsen swinging it along the line. Alex Cedric, Spiff Cedric, who has had a nice start to the season as well. Lost a bit of ground, the US. Sullivan just ghosting sideways. Here's Kershey. She's that real punch for them. Wrapped up by Megan Burns. Or Ma just using the strength to get rid of the smaller player, Amee-Leigh, and it's created an overlap and some space for the US captain, Nia Tapper. She's dragged down. Long opening passage of play. Organised defence from the US. That's a ropey old pass from Tapper. Ma does really well, though. Looks at Kershey on the shoulder. And there she is, obliging. Missed the first 2 tournaments of the season. Christy Kershey can't keep her out of the action for long.
No, you certainly can't. She's a name that we are so used to saying on this circuit because of her abilities. But man, this is a really big play here from Ma. Takes it up the gut, big body, able to keep her feet. Kersh perfectly times, running off her hip and strides out 35 metres. This is an impressive and a fast start for the US side.
Converted from in front by Kayla Kinnett. Great start for the United States, 7 points to 0. Olsen sends this a little deeper. It'll be brought down by Flood for Ireland. They've been camped in their own half so far. Have the Irish now a chance to actually play with ball in hand, and they've got an advantage here. USA just shooting up. Here's Megan Burns, and that's created space for Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe, and you cannot give her that much room. Put the hammer down, and Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe opens her account at the HSBC Sevens Perth.
She's reliable and she's such a consistent performer on the world circuit. It's only fitting to see this young woman who is so strong and such a brilliant finisher for her side crossover the first time. Really simple play, switched under. But the US defenders, they just bit really hard and she exploited the space behind them.
Mulhall converts and we're back all square. 173 tries, third all time. Ma just double hands it back. It's a little untidy for Olsen, and as I say, Ireland just about blowing over the top of it, but USA have protected it, and Ma using that strength up the middle. Kershey doesn't quite connect with Cedric, and some of those passes for the USA and a little loose. Kinnett flat-footed. Had no choice but to go into heavy contact. Oh, what a clean out. Mulhall went flying. And Sullivan losing control.
Real uncharacteristic error there, sorry, from Sullivan.
Gabby, that's gone.
They had the right idea.
Into touch.
Kirsch was just able to
Scrum.
get over,
Scrum
ensure
ball.
that they secure their own ruck.
Knocked on into touch. Scrum.
They will force this touch, and now Ireland will have a real
scrum
solid
ball,
opportunity to try and get into their 22.
Sammy Sullivan's was really hard on herself with every error. It comes from the military
Time off, we
background,
need
that
a ball.
perfection and execution, learning to let that stuff go. She didn't have to quickly.
Time is on. That's a mark. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Oh, Murphy Crowe coming off at first receiver. She was lurking and it could be really dangerous. Kinnett does well, though, to drag her down. Good read and defence from Kayla Kinnett, and now it's Ireland's turn to lose the ball.
She hit your
Stacey
arm.
Flood is furious.
I wish I could take your word
Just
for
goes
it,
to
but
show
it's
that
not
you
fun.
apply the right amount of pressure.
Did she just tell the ref, I promise you that's what happened?
I think we did just hear that.
That's a mark.
Yes, Kayla!
I mean, referees are human too.
Bind.
Tried to sell it, Stacey Flood. I like that.
Set. Stay 9.
Here goes Tapper for the United States. It's try for try at the moment. Kershey, cross for Ma. And Kinnett. A little bit of space here for Cedric, and she's playing with a lot of confidence, but as is that woman, Megan Burns. She's really found her feet, enjoying her role in this Irish team. USA reset again as Sullivan floats one in front of Olsen. It's there for Tapper. That's a great matchup, Tapper and Murphy Crowe. Two of the greats come together. Ireland shooting up in defence. Kinnett has to just hack ahead this time, and it might change a tactic, might work, but Parsons is back there in plenty of time. Uses his strength well, Baven Parsons. And they get a penalty as well.
This player.
Oh, but
Too wide.
I think they
Tackle
wanted
off the
the
ball.
advantage, did they?
Oh,
Scrum.
didn't work out in their
Scrum,
favour. But this would be a sigh of relief for an Irish side who've been placed under a lot of pressure. Just here. Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, mark, sir.
my hitting a player that didn't even have the ball. Would have proved costly for a side where this game genuinely hangs in the balance.
Crouch. Time up. Yep, I'll have a look. Time on. Crouch. Bind.
Scrum will set right on halfway, and this is where Amee-Leigh and Lucy Mulhall work their magic. Look at that quick release from lane 2. Mulhall, she'll look to link up with Murphy Crowe and does so. Trying to go and go around the outside, she does. Murphy Crowe. It was just a little stutter step in there, and it was enough for Murphy Crowe to bag a second.
Oh, she's absolutely incredible and a shining light for this Irish side. Little in-out step, runs with the ball in 2 hands, caught snap and napping genuinely and able to make the most of that left edge. She's so strong, does have a background in sprinting, and it really comes to show on the international stage.
So it's Ireland who, after trailing early, go in front at halftime over the United States. Ireland leading 14 points to 7.
Closing, that's what you need to sort out. All right, we know that they're going to try to play to those edges and then play those cuts. We need to close off the backside so we can hit on that on the edges. Okay, on attack, okay, we're creating some really good pictures. When our A2s, our A3s kick out, our A4s just need to go in, and we need to make sure that ball's released that little bit sooner so we're not risking that ball is first and then passing the ball. Okay, so keep trusting the space. Okay, let's just execute. Just make sure we have the execute. In the power zone, okay, we just need to keep it simple. We need to go with a simple option, and let's get our communication. Okay, okay? It just seems right now like we don't have quite enough specific communication on time. Only change right now is Jasmine and I.
Let's go, Jazz.
Look at the seat here.
Jazz, you with me. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
USA!
Fucking good. Let's go.
Can I have a full thing around me?
Fun in the sun at HSBC Sevens Perth. Day one here at HBS Stadium. We're into Pool C action in the women's competition, but there is plenty to see and do around the place on and off the field. Sarah Nangama, the Irish lads watching on as well.
Love that they're fully supporting their women who are currently in the lead. And honestly, once this game finishes, can't wait to get in amongst the action of the crowd. Looks like a lot of fun out there.
Sarah Nangama disappears for the afternoon. Second half underway off the boot of Lucy Mulhall. It's Ireland leading 14-7. This is a really critical match in this group, which also features New Zealand and Japan. Kershey, space here for her. It was a lovely pass. She gets rid of Mulhall. Baven Parsons chasing. She's got plenty of speed too. Can't link up. Well, just about did with Gray, but didn't haul the ball in. And that's probably been the symptom of the USA's game today so far.
It certainly has been. You can see how dangerous they are when they just pull their, run in a straight line. Kershey, she just is such a direct runner. Defenders are trying to get her. She just needs to nail that last pass, and they'll be in for a sure thing. But US, I just love the direct running that we're seeing so early in the second half.
She has made an instant impact after missing those opening two tournaments. With injury, Christy Kershey.
Set.
Ireland off the hook though as Lane comes away. Oh, now she and Mulhall, just a little rush, and that's frustrating
There's an attempt
too.
to strike.
That'd be hugely frustrating.
She doesn't have to strike it, she has to attempt to strike it.
We've just seen a glimpse of how dangerous US are. They obviously want to have a really fast start, but you've got to be able to nail your own set piece when you have an opportunity. Real uncharacteristic area.
Crouch!
Wait, what do you want, Dad?
Bind!
Well, these are two well-matched teams who are wanting to be contenders regularly at the pointy end of the tournament. And away goes Gray for the United States. Kennett brings that one in. She's got Cedric with her. Cedric again's looking lively. Kennett and Kershey come back out to the open. Olsen, she's got the power runner of Ma, who's also got a good turn of pace as well. Tried to flick it out the back. It was knocked off Stacey Flood, so play on for Sullivan as all Kershey. Burns just got her timing right on that tackle. Flood comes in over Ma. USA looking for the level up score. Kershey can't get over the top this time. There's a real physical edge to these two teams as well. Right in the heat of the day here in Perth. Cedric again beats the first defender. It takes Higgins and Mulhall to bring her down. Mulhall has got hands all over that.
He's not lifting.
And then you just didn't show the picture, did she? As the referee, Maggie Cogger, all said, lift it up and you might have been away. Boy, it's energy sapping. Stringing all these passes and phases together, looking for that opening. Olsen. Kershey again, she's been the real danger. Can't power over the top this time. Ireland's defence stands firm. Kennett again. Cedric, shot coming on here. Higgins on Sullivan. Sullivan did well to get rid of it, and there's the footwork and the speed away from Jazz Gray. Just needed a little bit of room, created it for herself, and Jazz Gray under the post for the United States.
This woman here is known for her attacking prowess, and her speed makes her a real standout. They had to be really patient in the US, building multiple phases, because the Irish was just keeping them so honest.
Yep.
But you give an inch to a player like Gray, and she certainly will go the full mile.
Okay.
A kick to square us up. And that's exactly what Kayla Kennett does. 14 all.
Are those all done?
3.5 to play. No draws in sevens, no ties. We play for a winner if it stays like this.
Right or left? I'm going right. Okay.
Lev Kelter onto the field, becomes United States outright appearance leader, her 42nd tournament. Nudges ahead of Lauren Doyle, absent this week. Penalty.
No clear release, 17. Let's go.
Great to see Ireland opt for the set piece option. This game, seeing how tight it is, will come down to execution, and territory will certainly put them in good stead to adding further points on the board so close to their own 22.
I'm gonna go to the
Here
back.
they are in the standings, just a couple
make
of
sure there's a
points
2 and 2.
between them. Probably both teams will be a little disappointed with how they started. Ireland 6th in Dubai, 7th in Cape Town, and the
White.
USA 7th in Dubai, but then improved to 4th in Cape Town. Lane. Nice ball for Lane again. And here's a nice track up the middle. Burns. Really good up the centre. Megan Burns puts Ireland back in front.
Oh, that is a sensational try on the back of set piece. We just talk about territory, and this is exactly how you maximise your opportunity. It was the link between Amee-Leigh and Megan Burns that sees it just go away and leave defenders in her track. She's so fast, deceptively fast as well.
She's probably one of those understated players in this Ireland team. She's racked up 22-odd tournaments now and looking really good, and they go ahead, and it's what's coming up next. This is in the same group, so New Zealand are in this pool as well. They play Japan in the next match. We'll see why there's every point is going to be very important in Pool C. Oh, Ma can't handle off the restart, so Ireland more ball, and they lead 19-14.
Turnover is good. Knock on, no advantage. Yeah, turnover.
Oh, Ireland are looking like such an energised side. They know that they've got the game in their hands if they're able to maximise, but just look at that. Ma wasn't able to retain the ball on their own restart because of the pressure that was coming hot at her.
Let's go, Green.
Ireland now with an opportunity to strike only 40 metres out from their own try line.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lane again. This time it's a slightly slower ball. Gets away from Mulhall. Here's Burns once more. Trying to lay it back and just struggled to roll out of there, didn't she, Cedric? And that gives Ireland another really important penalty. Look at them slowing it down.
I mean, that is a clever tactic, and you've got to do that in a game like Sevens. It can swing so fast, but when you have control,
Scrum called.
it's about making smart decisions, and they've called for set piece. Again, I think this is the right decision.
So again, an attempt to hook. They don't have to make
Play
contact.
just not getting out of the way,
That's what
conceding
the law
a penalty
says.
at the
An
ruck.
attempt to hook. Sub, time off. Sub. 2. Time off, guys. Sub.
Siren's gone for full time. So Ireland, if they can get this in and get it out, they'll get out of here with a good win on the opening game.
Time is on. Crouch. Bind. Set. Nah, no attempt to hook.
Oh, free kick USA. It's not done yet.
We just said a moment ago, a game of sevens can swing, and particularly in these closing seconds of the game, it can go any way.
She's put it right through your prop's feet. Right through your prop's feet. Feeding.
Well, Maggie Kogarora explaining it. They were too eager to get it in, get it out, and get out of there.
Crouch.
So one chance here for the United States. A try ties it up. Converted try wins it. Big shove from Ireland. Cedric for Kelter. Oh, heavy contact. Burns again.
I don't have any head contact.
Rolling over the top.
Yeah.
Away they come. The US, Kershey. Can't get away from Parsons. Over this is Ireland penalty, and that will be enough. And look how pumped they are.
Marks on you.
A huge sigh of relief there
27 entry.
for all Irish fans and the team alike.
And having a celebration, still going to get rid of the ball. And Mulhall will oblige. Ireland come from behind in a really tough Pool C opener. And it is Ireland who win it 19-14 over the United States.
Here they come out onto HBF Park. New Zealand and Ireland. Former New Zealand Sevens captain Carlton Arna alongside KT. 19. Oh, hang on. They had a 29-5, yes, I was right, over Japan this morning, but didn't all go their way. Will New Zealand look to improve here?
Yeah, kia ora, Rupert. Oh, no doubt. That first 7 minutes was pretty scratchy for this All Black Fern Sevens team. But this Irish team, they fought for everything, and they deserve that close win against the USA. But I'm sure the first 7 minutes is what these ones in black will be concentrating on and getting everything right.
Yeah, referee for this one, Craig Chan from Hong Kong, China, his 70th match on the series. There is Amee-Leigh. Already a try for her today. Long shadows creeping across HBF Park. This is the round 2 of matches in the women's competition, and Megan Burns, the match winner against the USA earlier today. Lucy Mulhall, the captain. Georgia Miller waiting to chase this kickoff from Tyler King, who gets it underway. Ireland with early possessions. Stacey Flood through the hands of Mulhall to Burns in midfield. She's got Murphy Crowe with her, but look at Tyler King going for the turnover, the current World Player of the Year. Just a little knock on though there on the floor.
Well, straight away she's made a difference to this team, whether it be her restarts or in the first game in particular, her physicality. She's saying, I don't know, I'm not sure about that. I don't think I touched the ball, whatever. That was a knock on from me, champ. But
yeah, got married in the off-season. Formerly Tyler Nathan Wong, of course, been playing a bit of rugby league as well.
Fine.
Yeah, that's really added to her game, especially defensively, Tyler King.
So here comes Murphy Crowe, trying to put a bit of footwork on Tanika Willison. Loose ball, but Ireland maintain possession. Georgia Miller looking for the steal, doesn't win it. Flood again. Heavy tackle on her from the captain, Amee-Leigh. Shrugging off a tackle, but good line speed from Felix Hotham. They've overloaded the far side, Ireland. Good quick hands to Murphy Crowe from Mulhall. Murphy Crowe finds the inside runner. It's Megan Burns, the match winner from this morning, and she gives it back to Amee-Leigh. Murphy Crowe. That is a fine try from Ireland. They've never beaten New Zealand on the series. They've scored first here.
Still a long way to go, Rupert. But you're right. Fantastic start for Ireland. It was a great chase defensively from Amee-Leigh, but his support players actually gave up in the background. If they keep chasing, there's a chance. Here's the initial break. It was a nice pass to create the 2-on-1. Ball in 2 hands was fantastic. Then the inside pass was given by Murphy Crowe. But the way she's able to keep in support is such a feature of the game.
Yeah, such a prolific try scorer. Another couple of points. Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe, known as Lee to her teammates. And her good friend Lucy Mulhall, her 36th tournament all time. Lifted high by Stacey Walker. Great strength, great athletic ability. Here's Tyler King to Amee-Leigh on an angle run. She's going to back a pace here. Well, here we go. Here's a foot race. Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe and Amee-Leigh. Murphy Crowe catches up to her. Good counter ruck here as well from Ireland. King gets there just in time. Here's Georgia Miller. Beautiful quick hands, and again to Stacey Walker, drifting inside. Oh, the speed of hand will do it for New Zealand. That's a high-quality try as well.
Under duress, but this might have come at a cost here for New Zealand with the player down with that last pass. Here's the lift initially. Look at the strength from Stacey Walker, the upper body, shoulders to keep it going. But look at this pass. There's one from Willison. The second one, oh, it's the skipper, Podie Lane, who cops it. And then Stacey Walker will get the score. Hopefully this is just the Charlie or something into the quad. I think she's okay. The skip. tough as they come.
Yeah, she's back on her feet, limping away. Lucy Puri-Lane. Yeah. Good try for Stacey Walker, of course, a World Cup winner in 15s as well, Olympic gold medalist. New Zealand are actually on an 18-game win streak on Australian soil. They're looking for 4 straight cup titles at the Australian event. Tyler King, again, that quintessential fake she does to one direction, goes back the other way. Walker climbing high again. Flood. 7 each here in Pool C.
Tackle!
Penalty to Ireland here. Bit of a bang on the face of one of the Irish players. We're going to call a scrum here.
I think this is smart, though, from Ireland. There's no use playing at pace. I don't think they beat New Zealand playing that way. I think the set piece and then trying to be patient and wait for mismatches with the likes of Amee-Leigh, Murphy, Crow. The skipper, Lucy Mulhall, she's all important.
Set.
So, first job done for Ireland, winning the ball at the scrum. Here's Murphy Crow again, just checks in field, sets up the breakdown. Mulhall's there. Over the far side to Stacey Flood, who played a 50th tournament, including Rugby Europe events and series legs for Ireland in Dubai to start the series. And inside ball, Tyler King with the tackle. Ireland player slow to get up. There's Amee-Leigh. New Zealand going quickly here. King wants to force the issue. Here's Georgia Miller. So dangerous in this kind of situation. Ireland have got to be alert to this, because that's what she can do to you. Just has the ability to drop a gear and find a way through. Miller for New Zealand. Take the lead.
Well, it came from the hit initially from Tyler King, but it's the angle that she hits. She's on the 45-degree, and then bang, she just knifes her way through as the player comes down and burns in this occasion to try and grab it. You need shoulders, you can't have hands against Georgia Miller, because she will shred you.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year last season by some distance. Georgia Miller. First choice, starting 7 these days. And the number 7, King, adds an extra couple of points. So 14-7, New Zealand lead Ireland. Just a few seconds left to go in this first half.
She plays a lot of minutes too, Georgia Miller. She is just so fit. She is an elite level lungs right there.
Yeah, she's actually recently signed a 4-year contract, the longest contract ever given to a black fern in New Zealand. That's how highly rated she is. That restart dribbles all the way over the sideline. That should take us to half-time. It will do. It's been a really good first half from both teams. They play some good stuff, but New Zealand with the converted try take it to half-time, 14-7.
Attack-wise, when we do go at them, and when we do get momentum with good leg drive, good carries, I think we've got them going backwards, then it's a lot easier to play. So like you were saying, just get it there, trust the pass, but then get that intent to go forward with it, right? One sub, Kieran's going to come on for Megan, you're going to put even the centres. Happy? All right, good, let's go again. Let's go.
Alan Temple-Jones, the head coach of Ireland, hands it over to his players. 7 points down here. As you can see, 21 passes completed to New Zealand's 8. They've had lots of ball, KT.
Yeah, they have, and they've had to build their tries, and it's worked for them. I think that's what they need to stick to. They can't go away with it, but they have to be proficient at retaining their own ball. That's the secret. New Zealand, with their strike rate, they like to give it to the X-Factor players and jam.
So much great entertainment here at the HSBC Sevens Perth, as there is wherever we go around the world. But it's the first time the locals here have been able to enjoy it. This is the first time we've been in Perth, and what a tournament it's already been so far. Day 1 of 3, we're back underway, but it hasn't gone the 10 from Ireland, so free kick to New Zealand.
I like the way they've mixed it up between the live band and the DJ. It's been really cool in between games.
Can you do that again?
Oh, that shoot my throat.
Willison. Out the back to the captain, Amee-Leigh, who shrugged off that knock in the first half. Here's Georgia Miller, who got the try to put them in front just before the break. There she goes again. It's not only speed, it's power. Georgia Miller. Oh, she's magnificent in full flight. That's another solo effort from Miller.
But it's these angles that she runs at. You look at this. She goes on that sortie. And if you're going to use your hands, it's not going to get it done against her. She's just way too strong. Has a little look at the big screen to see where the defenders are coming from. But again, she hits another 45-degree.
I love the fake handoff as well. That was cute. Didn't even need to use it in the end. Knew she was clear, and Tyler King makes it 21.
It all came down from the miss restart from Ireland, which gave New Zealand a tap kick in the middle. Now this is where Tyler King is just so good in situations like this, putting it centimetre perfect for her runners to attempt.
There's Pool C as it stands. New Zealand on top, if they can finish the job here. Still plenty of time to go. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. There's a long old time in this game. Ireland, Murphy Crowe has it over on the far side. Really good work from Michaela Blyde to win the ball for Jasmine Felix-Hotham. Now Miller can play at scrum half. Here's King in the centre of the field. She's got a skipper with her, but she decides to kick. Waka's on the chase. Flood getting back for Ireland. Gets down to her knees early. Got to be careful holding on to the ball on the deck. New Zealand clear out, but Ireland win the penalty.
Well, they had a nudge, didn't they? New Zealand was a good chase by Stacey Waka, but good getting back from Ireland and tracking. They're going to go to the set piece line out. Still a long time to go. They've got to be the next to score, that's for sure. This is a massive opportunity.
Line is
She
yours,
did well
Black.
in the end. And there's Murphy Crowe getting back, more known for a try scoring. Say, but doing what needed to be done there. There they are, the Richies are still here. The Western Force are having an end of pre-season hurrah here today. And then it's down to business. There's Nick White, Wallaby. He's enjoying himself. Oh, wouldn't you? Penalty at the line out for Ireland. Flood wants to go quickly, has to go out to the 15.
Man, Podie Lane has had a tough game. I think Portia Woodman, who lifted, just let her drop and she ended up on her back. So piggyback penalties here for Ireland. This is a massive line out next, I think, for them in terms of their chances. And there he is.
That's your line.
The Wallaby, Nick White.
It's one of the best moustaches in the sport, isn't it? No doubt about it.
I've been vocal. Hey, they're not getting amongst it.
Making the most of their last day out before they need to knuckle down 4 weeks away from the Super Rugby season. But here come Ireland women back to business. That was Eve Higgins steaming onto the pass. And look at
Let's play it off feet.
Portia Woodman-Wycliffe going in, but she was slightly in from the side, so it's a penalty. And here comes Ireland again. Stacey Flood offloads the ball to Amee-Leigh. Helping her out is Erin King. Penalty New Zealand this time. Podie Lane, the captain, once more.
Oh, she's a monster. She has got an engine, Podie Lane. She's just been dropped from being lifted at the line out. She gets back, gives away the penalty, runs back to 10, absolutely smashes the next Ireland player, and then gets to her feet and gets the turnover.
So New Zealand with a 2-score lead here. Through the hands of King and Michaela Blyde with Felix-Hotham. Good tackle from Babin Parsons, who's come off the bench for Ireland as well. Miller to Podie Lane. Now Ireland will look for the steal. They won't win it because arriving quickly is Mani Nuku. Lovely inside ball to Portia Woodman-Wycliffe. She gets away from the tackle of Flood. Genuine high-quality impact from New Zealand off the bench. They don't skip a beat. So much quality across the 12 as I say that. Michaela Blyde almost impossibly drops a ball that was right on the chest.
Oh, it was a beautiful face ball too from Felix Hotham. They set it up brilliantly. Oh, just into the sun, difficult as well to see that pills had just dropped. You don't see that very often at all.
Yeah, unsoft.
Yeah, not happy with herself at all there.
Can we get a ball, boys, to pick the ball
The
up, please?
excuse of that late afternoon sun here in Perth. So the Benos, the Richies are trying to get the Mexican wave going here at HBF Park. Mixed success, I'd say, as Georgia Miller's taking a breather.
No, I think it's going. I think they've started it.
Set.
Ireland need to get a wriggle on here. 2 minutes to go, 21-7 down. Looking for their first ever win over New Zealand and HSBC Sevens. Chipping inside is Vicky Elms-Kinlan. Good run up to the 10-metre line. Now they can swing it right across field. Babin Parsons gets away. She's got plenty of pace, but coming back for the tackle was Portia Woodman-Wycliffe. Parsons looked like she was gone. Off the deck, still alive for Ireland. That's an awkward ball. Well scooped up by Riley. That ball's loose, though. They will get a penalty, though.
That was a knock-on, 100% knock-on before that.
Naveen Riley. Here she goes again. Number 73. That's a nice ball to Parsons again. Almost through for the try earlier. Flood looks exhausted out there. Gets to scrum half, swings it away. Now Mulhall. Almost into the final minute now. Erin King there. Arriving is Kinlan once more. They've got plenty of possession here. Flood just runs out of options, decides to kick deep. Woodman-Wycliffe's back for New Zealand. Parsons puts her on the floor. And Pody Lane, these players have emptied the tank here late on day one. New Zealand have the ball back. 45 seconds to go. Inside their own 22, there's the error from New Zealand. That's the third of the game, and Ireland will get the feed to the scrum, but the clock's against them now.
Oh, they need to keep ball in hand there, Ireland. It's interesting using the kick
77, black.
to get him behind.
Stop, please.
That's just a concession of how good New Zealand's defence was at the back end there.
Set up, please.
Well, how about a performance from the skipper?
Wait for my call before you put the ball in, please.
Big knock she took in that first half as well, being very good once again.
She's just so mentally tough. Ever since she's taken her skipper's armband, she's gone to a different level.
Well, Sarah Hiddeny, no longer at the moment after that ACL injury, part of this team. Ireland are going to score here. It's Aveen Riley right next to the posts. And that, with the extra 2 and seconds still on the clock, gives Ireland a chance here to level this one up.
Well, great heel there from the scrum, got the immediate overlap, and now one more restart to try and get something out. They got a bonus point, but can they equal it and share the points?
Yeah, this new innovation of losing bonus points in sevens this year makes your qualification chances to the top 8 quarterfinals.
You got 8 seconds. Right, up, back on. Now back on.
They do get a converted try here, Ireland. We will go to sudden death golden point. No draws anymore in pool play and rugby sevens, but look at Michaela Blyde understanding the situation and taking the responsibility to come in and bring that ball down. We're in out of time here. Yeah, Portia Woodman-Wycliffe understands the situation as well. Puts it over the sideline. New Zealand get the win. Ireland the losing bonus to stay very much in contention in this pool, but that's 2 from 2 for the Black Ferns. They've beaten Ireland here by 21 points to 14.
What is shaping as a smouldering hot day here over in Perth as Ireland bouncing into this one after some mixed results yesterday. Not too good for the USA in their first up match, and then went down to New Zealand narrowly on the other side of that. Japan, well, it was tough going from the outset, dropping both games, New Zealand and the USA. Morgan Turinui, we know this Japanese outfit can dominate possession for long periods of time, but can they lift early on day 2?
That's the question, isn't it, Sean? Possession without penetration, yes, they just got overpowered as the contacts multiplied throughout their matches against New Zealand and the USA. Our favourite referee, poor old Cisco Lopez, who had to deal with the dancers at halftime yesterday. Hopefully an easier day for him today.
Yeah, worth revisiting some of the content up on World Rugby's 7 Series Instagram page. Got it working on TikTok as well. Just a little recap of some of the madness that unfolded here at HBF Park last night. So it's Japan who get us started up against an Irish team who'll be looking to go deep into the cup draw. That one's just gone the 10, and we'll have a line out, and Ireland will have the throw.
No, sorry. Yeah, thank you.
It's a start that suits Ireland, one of the most efficient attacking teams when starting from set piece. They like to be clean with their possession delivery off line out and try and strike early in phases off the back of set piece.
First throw is a good one. Now they work it wide to their speedster, Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe, almost evading the tackle there of Tsutsumi. Good feed through the middle there from Baby Parsons. Flood. Coming away with width for Mulhall, the captain, goes one wider, and Murphy-Crowe is dropped in a strong tackle, but now the penalty goes against the Japanese, and Ireland have the option for the kick to touch or the tap or the scrum, and they go with the latter.
Good start for Ireland. Japan's defence held firm though, and
Just keep your shoulders square.
an excellently read picture from the referee.
The middle is here.
Just hands on the ground, challenging for the ball defensively. Japan, another set piece attacking opportunity already for Ireland.
Fine. Sets.
Lane feeds it, shoots it away, and then goes on the wide wrap. They play short at the line though, and it's Burns who pushes forward.
The ball is there. Ruck's form.
Back-to-back penalties here for Ireland. Here's the quick tap and go from Flood. Switching play late, sending her side centre field and presenting options left and right. Good defence again out wide to shut down Murphy-Crowe, who has the skills to keep it alive. Still here with Ireland. It's been all the women in green through the first 2.5 minutes of action. Good offloading there from Lane. Now the acceleration and the offload as well from Mulhall. Back for Parsons. And a long build-up brings the opening try.
Yes, the Mulhall offload to Parsons was the final one, but it was the ability to stand in the tackle throughout this attacking foray from Ireland that leads to the try. Japan once again trying to get up off the line and put pressure on, but just not good enough to kill the ball. And Ireland with a lot of possession early make the first statement. Very good at restarts, recapture Ireland. Key part of their game, getting possession back here.
So finally Japan get their hands on the ball after over a quarter of the game has gone, and it's Japan working it away down the left-hand side through Tsutsumi. Happy to go short at the line, just as Ireland did moments ago, trying to blow their way through. Now some clever passing, right and left, back to the edges here through Kajiki. Kajiki looking dangerous. Kajiki offloading beautifully away for Hirano. Getting to the outside again. The handling is wonderful from Japan. Can they tidy up here? Kajuki secures the ball. In sweeps Otani.
Use.
Slow coming away, so Ireland get a chance to set their defence and press up hard. Back short side from Japan. That one looked a little forward. A lot forward, in fact, and we'll have a scrum. Ireland will have the put in.
Good endeavour in attack from Japan. Kajiki did some good work breaking 3 tackles, and then off the back just couldn't keep speed on the ball. This efficient Ireland defence made it a little bit too easy for the Irish to win some ground over the ball and force the error.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So Ireland up by 7 here after the early strike from Parsons, and here they are taking up over halfway.
It's a good contest.
Flood finds her captain Mulhall. Lane. Good little pop ball off the deck there for Flood, who runs it off the boot, looking for Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe. Dives in on the ball. That's lovely work on the floor to feed that back and secure possession from the veteran. And now there's room after the Japan defender shot up on the other side for Parsons, who'll take it away for Ireland's second.
Well, you mentioned it in commentary quickly there, Sean, but that try, put that one down to Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe. Off this source, her work on the ground was excellent, but also in the first play where she fights for time on the ground when isolated. And off the back of a lively little kick in behind the first one, Ireland really have recaptured all season in a high percentage kicking game. Parsons able to go through the middle on the back of a little bit of indecision on blitz defence from Japan.
Conversion is good, and it is 14-0 as we close in on half-time in this Pool C matchup between Ireland and Japan.
Back off green.
Good endeavour from Ireland there from the restart. Almost won it back again, but Japan hang tough for the moment. Now get a chance with ball in hand through Mizutani. Here's some room for the Japanese speedster, who's going to shoot away. Tsutsumi it is, who's threatened down the left a couple of times and now cashes in right up the middle.
Great reward for the left foot step. Back off here, just looked to straighten up, and then once through showed a clean pair of heels. Look at the big screen, Tsutsumi. That's elite level vision to make sure no one was running her down. And didn't Japan need that on the stroke of half time?
Well, France are looking good here in Perth, chasing that maiden series title. They were winners in the game ahead of this one. Let's check in with their captain, Chloe Pell.
Chloe, that was a ruthless performance. I mean, how do you prepare for a side like Fiji when it's about topping the group?
I mean, Fiji is a team we actually like to play because it can be anything, and that's the game we like to play. So really, we know we have to be really tough, really aggressive in defense, and I think we did that pretty well. So I think that's why we were able to win the game.
3 times from 3 events you've topped your group. What is the difference this season with this side?
I think we have more experience. Last year we had some inexperienced player, and since they played the entire season, now we really have like a group experience. We worked really hard during the preseason, so I mean, we have Paris at the end of the year, so we have to be ready.
The Home Olympics is so exciting. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the quarters.
Thank you. See you.
14-7 the score at half-time between Ireland and Japan. Ireland hot favourites for this one, but Japan making contest of it after that try right on half-time to Honoka Tsutsumi. The underdogs asking some questions of a number 7 seeds Ireland. Here is Mulhall with a restart. Japan back in possession.
Roll first.
Here's a tap and go from Mizutani. Kajiki. Out wide, settling it 30 odd from her try line. Now they swing it through the hands. Good late switch here brings an option for more meters up the middle. In goes Mizutani looking to secure possession. Good pressure over the top from Burns, but she's done so illegally. The call goes against Ireland, and Japan continue to pour it on upfield. Through the hands goes Mizutani, wider to Kajiki, back for Mizutani. Play-ons, the call. Ireland stopped on the play. They thought it was knocked on and didn't play the whistle. That one's off the head, penalty. Big going on here, Morgan Turinui.
Well, yeah, it was definitely a little knock-on by Ireland in transmission with the previous attempted tackle. Just there it is, palm down. No genuine attempt to take it.
Come up.
No choice for the referee. Clear-cut, correct decision. Now's the chance for Japan. Here it is. 7 points adrift. Numerical advantage. Got to keep tempo in the game for the next 2 minutes.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Okay, they've had all the ball in this second half, Japan. They scored right on half-time. We're going to keep that momentum going here against Ireland. Lovely hands out to their try scorer, who offloads beautifully. Back in field for Hirano, who gets a touch close.
Knocked on into touch.
To the sideline,
Option.
and she crosses it, and Ireland hang on, and we'll have the line-out throw.
Yeah, there's a little lesson for Japan. Got 2 minutes. They get time off for the subs. You've got to keep the ball in, got to get low and fight, step off the outside foot. And of course, conversely, great work from an under pressure, outnumbered Ireland.
So this is the look, the live look at how the quarterfinals sit at the current time, but obviously Australia still has a game to come this morning, so to do the USA, so that will change, but for the moment, that's how she looks.
Time's back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ireland finally back in possession. They've been starved of the ball for a long while now, and they punch it centre field. Now look to slip it across the left. That's a terrific handoff to Parsons. Parsons down the left. Parsons off and running, chasing a third and getting. There's the hat-trick.
Don't underestimate how good a try this is. And this is the play here. Like Flood helping Parsons get on the outside and to be able to outflank a team that has an extra player around the corner, same way attack. Brave and rewarded from Ireland. Excellent football. They're in their own right-hand corner on their own line, 5 metres out from their own line. And are audacious enough to go around the corner and outflank Japan on the far side.
Japan will be wondering what is going on. We have the one-woman advantage. We have in the right end of the field, and they've conceded at the other end. The fans already starting to pile in here at HBF Park. We are set for a huge crowd on day two. We had 10,500 through the turnstiles on day one, which exceeded expectations. But Saturday, Sunday loom as a couple of huge afternoons in the sun here in Perth. The first time ever the series has stopped into this corner of Australia. So Japan now looking for a reply after that third try for Parsons. Good work over the ball there from Higgins, who steals it back but then gets isolated, and Japan get in and steal it right back with a penalty. So Japan with the ball. Tsumi planted on halfway. It gets messy and scrum's the call.
Excellent pressure at the breakdown from Ireland defensively. A bit easier now that they're back to 7 players. They've made every ruck there slow for Japan. That's why they got flat. That's why they got lateral. And eventually, in attack, if you're not efficient, then you tire yourself out. Ireland the ones physically coping better with that sequence of play.
Crouch. Fine. Set. Stand up. Time's off. Take the hit. Okay. Hold your weight. Crouch. Time's on. Fine.
Good afternoon to those of you watching on via Sky Sport over in New Zealand. The New Zealand women up next, taking on the USA. We've got Ricky Swannell and Carl Tanana in the commentary box, getting set, finalising preps. They were excellent on day one, were the New Zealand women. And Ricky was okay, and so too was KT. So they're up and about, ready to get after it on day two. And Morgs, it's an interesting look. We saw the quarterfinal live look earlier, but if things fall the way they should in this remaining pool play on day one, we may even see an Australia-New Zealand quarterfinal, which would be huge.
That's an interesting one. If they were to beat Canada.
Time's on. Crouch.
Stats guru Kate Lorimer was
fine.
A little bit worried about that matchup. She's put that one through, so we'll see lots of permutations to go, and really interested to see if Ricky's got some more info on the grip strength that she was keen to find out throughout the players as well. So watch this space.
Japan looking to get the bounce down the left there through Tsutsumi, but Ireland round her up and drop her. Inside the final minute we go. 14 points the difference. Nice switch running at the line there on the loop go Japan. Again, they come to their try scorer who offloads once more, and Bativa Kalolo couldn't hang on the inside.
Well, that was a shame, that one, because that's their best passage of attacking play, and it was there. It was there. The crowd know it too. And that was all down to Yamanaka. She attracted 2 defenders in a lovely little loop play, got smashed for it, and and then got up off her feet and saved the ball the far right-hand side of the field. Just that last pass, unfortunately for Japan.
Comes back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
The game is Ireland's. Just a matter now of whether or not they want to try and go long, go distance for another. Japan good over the ball there, but they lose their feet at the last moment. It was Tsutsumi who's been her side's best in this matchup. Ireland press forward. And it's a one-pass work try, and away for the close-up is Eve Higgins.
Well, there's a great example of this 7 series. We keep saying it, every point counts. You never know what try right at the end of the season might help you qualify. And it's Higgins that has the final say in both this match and for her team's good attacking performance. Under pressure with 6 players at one stage. Started off day 2 in perfect fashion.
Full time, Ireland jagged their second win of the weekend. Too good for Japan here, 26 points to 7.
Here, Fiji taking on Ireland. Lucy Mulhall leading out the Irish side. Ananai Masi leading out Fiji. Both of these teams have got terrible quarterfinal records of late. That's going to win for one of them this afternoon, Morgan Turanui.
Well, that's encouraging signs, Ricky. Thanks for that. I hope they're not mic'd up listening to this, and of course they're not. They get the opportunity here to right some of those score lines we've seen in the past. Worked so hard to get this chance right now.
Fiji have won one of their last 9 quarterfinal appearances. Their last one was in Hong Kong. And Ireland have lost their last 5 in a row. So as I say, that record's going to be done for one of these teams, and they've both earned their way through here pretty well. New Zealand beating Ireland in one game, Fiji dropping one in pool play as well.
Stay on side, Fiji.
Dinosaurs are ready, Fiji's ready, Ireland's ready. Let's go, quarterfinals time at HSBC Sevens Perth. Thumped away, and Flood getting in there for Ireland. Couldn't quite get it on the fingertips. Alessa Piki-Dalio well, because she was off if she had.
A well-placed kick-off and start to the match from Fiji. Ireland get away with one there.
Wait for the ball.
And they won't be discouraged by that contest.
Just stay square, please, okay? Thank you.
Now for Ireland at scrum time, especially in the middle of the park. It is often about getting the ball into the hands of Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe.
Now they've split their last 6 matches on a piece. No one's won 2 in a row. I think Fiji were the last winners in Dubai. Here goes Lucy Mulhall looking for her great mate Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe. Doesn't connect this time. So Lane plays halfback. Fiji shooting out in defence on Eve Higgins. Always willing to carry in the middle. Who's the number 10? Ireland Flood just hassled at the base of that ruck. Fiji putting on a lot of pressure and getting over it. Told her to get out of there though, Tovaua. Oh, the referee, here's Burns. Short and flat into the whole lane, good tackle. And then she lost it, Amee-Leigh. Here comes danger for Fiji. Tale Wilson on the corner for Eunice Messi. Bessie tries to barrel over the top of Mulhall, pops the ball for Wilson on the wrap, and tries given.
Well, Bessie and Wilson combining well. I'm not even sure how that ball came out when they were in possession, but staying alive. Taligalo Wilson, so just in behind in a great support line.
Time off, please.
Could have gone left or right, and they may check it.
There's 10 seconds, okay?
Those feet did get close, but I think it's on the board, and she was good as gold. Surely just waiting out wide. Five points to 0, and that leaves the Fiji flag flying once more. Fiji a bit of the start. Again, shallow this time. Flood is able to bat it back. And Megan Burns is the one who does the scooping up for Ireland, and they can build again inside their half. Little switch for Flood once more. Now Mulhall and Murphy Crowe trying to come together. Or Murphy Crowe thumped by Ilunisau.
Must do better.
Penalty though.
Must stay off feet.
Nigeli Davayua, probably one of the friendliest players going around, even questioning the ref with a smile. As Ireland come away through Baven Parsons. Hat-trick in the last match. No way past Bessie. And throws a loose ball back in field for Fiji to get some turnover ball. Messi, Ilunisau and Davayua. Wilson or Davayua, a little 360. We'll wait to it. And another
1
penalty.
and 2, roll away, please.
They just want to go and go all the time, Fiji. Well, picked up in the end. A lot of pressure coming on from the Irish defence. Place in the semi-finals at stake here. Ilunisau, little show and go. Wrapped up, and they spin the ball quickly for Saleh Gullo-Wilson. Davayua, strong, powerful athlete, eventually goes to ground. Ireland having to chase and work hard on defence at the moment. Naimasi. And then Bessie loses control. It all breaks down, comes to nothing.
Encouraging sequence for Ireland defensively there. It's a nice lesson in the game of sevens. It's not always about just holding on to possession. It's efficiency of possession, and there it was Ireland that were almost coping better and recovering. They were well connected, they were well organised. Both teams just feeling each other out still.
Oh, sorry. Crouch. Bind. Set.
10 metres onside, Fiji's side of halfway. Amee-Leigh
Just play advantage, tackle off the ball.
Gets this ball back.
Advantage over.
Megan Burns spins it for Murphy Crowe. Chopped back in field. There's no room for Murphy Crowe at the moment. Slow ball for Mulhall, sniping down the blind side. Ireland really having to grind away. For now, Higgins. Flood in the middle. And flooding through the middle is Stacey, skipping out of one and another. Oh, Fiji falling off tackles. Big fin from Flood, finds Higgins on the shoulder. And it's a great effort from Ireland after all that defence to score through Eve Higgins.
Yes, chalk that one down to Stacey Flood. Fiji well organised on the open side defensively, and she stepped back inside. This once again strong through the hips, strong keeping the tackler away from her in enough time. Just enough time for Eve Higgins there to come through the middle. Ireland reply.
It's just a tension to a quarter-final, isn't there? It's my favourite round of games.
Especially these two, so desperate to advance. Every error, every act is magnified.
Mulhall tries a little chip restart. It bounces nicely for Fiji.
Backwards, play on.
Hands have let her down a little bit in this match so far, Eunice Bessie. And they'll hand possession back.
I'll take that in the hustle and bustle for the ball. You mentioned it already, Ricky, the 5-game losing streak in Cup quarterfinals.
Stay there. They're fine.
Half-time hoot is gone, so a chance here for Ireland with the last attacking foray of the half. That pass doesn't connect. Burns had to be quick on it. As Fiji rushed up. Now there might be numbers to release Murphy Crowe with all that pace she's got. No, Marcy and Bessie aren't going to get near Amee-Leigh. Murphy Crowe, get her the ball and she'll deliver every time.
Well, that's chapter one. Chapter one of the Irish game plan. Get the ball into the arms of your superstar try scorer, your record-holding try scorer, Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe. You said they've lost 5 cup quarterfinals in a row. Of course, they won the last one in Australia. Like all Irish, don't mind being in Australia.
Irish fans pleased with that. Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe, as the conversion is good as well. So important strike on the break. 14-5, Ireland lead Fiji. There's so much colour. Absolutely get it, girl. We're all surviving. We're more than that. We're absolutely thriving at the Perth Sevens. And we're in women's quarterfinal times. Great Britain and Canada. Coming up next.
Fiji.
As it's Ireland and Fiji. Ireland leading 14-5 at half-time. As the first of our quarterfinals, the second half underway. And Lucy Mulhall, the captain, makes a mistake straight away.
Just here, 6.
Fiji looking to strike back after going in front early. And this is one of the women to do it. Vani Bilicki again. It's the hands, though. They want to keep the ball alive, but you've got to control it when you do. Mulhall. One's knocked away. Murphy Crowe has to go a long way back, and this could spell trouble. Great tackle, Wilson. Had to be made, spilt it.
Knock on.
And then Murphy Crowe losing control.
Scrum.
Something of a scrappy start to the second half from both teams. Fiji very much needing quality possession.
Here we are.
And if the Irish are to progress, that could be the sun cream delivery coming in.
We need to get here quicker. Time on. Crouch. Bind.
Now the rescue chopper just surveying both the river and the beach and surrounds of Perth.
Give her space, 12.
Those are the people, the true workers, aren't they? Those ones is Fiji come away through. Wilson again, just dragged down, pops the ball for Dawaiua. Fiji back on attack. Wow, and then again Bessie.
Knock on.
That's about the third in the match for us so far.
Just the basics, isn't it? Knockout rugby. Do the basics excellently well, repeatedly, under pressure and under fatigue.
Tell you what, some days go to event and the team are scratching around with it. Our team,
Time off.
cameras
Is she
and
okay?
crew are having
okay.
an
Sorry.
absolute
Let's find
field
out.
day
Then we'll put
with
time.
all the colours, the costumes, the face
Time
paint,
on now, please.
everything that's going
Right.
on here. The Aussies are not letting us down this weekend.
Fine.
I know something good's coming when everyone's giggling in my ear.
Set.
There's this tension just ratcheting up and it's forcing players into little errors. See who keeps the composure in this quarter-final. Semi-final beckons for the winner. And it's Flood who spilt
Side
that,
entry number
but
6,
gets
it's
the
gonna come the whole
penalty
way round.
against Lunisau.
You okay, 3? Entry. Time off, please.
Just landed a little awkwardly, Stacey Flood. I heard someone say ankles. I know she has had ankle problems. Did have last season, and that's what they may be looking at here.
What we did. Okay.
See, our crew is so good, they've even got pest control skills.
Just got to always check in Australia they're not dangerous.
All good? Okay. Time on, please. Side entry. 15 minutes of fame. We'll put Fiji on the line. Coming. Time
I've
off,
seen better
please.
Irish
Just
dancing.
take it out.
And singing.
Fiji here, number 1. Substitution. You stay there.
Oh, this is very stop-start quarter-final. Stacey Flood's up,
12.
ready to go, but
Just hold.
let's
You
see
take
if
your
it,
seat.
who might
Just
can
wait
try
till
and
it's
take
happening.
this by the
Don't come
scruff
in.
of the neck.
Thank you. Time on. Stay there. Stay there. Thank you. I'm watching.
Lane finds her target and gets the return ball, Burns in the middle. Back for Amee-Leigh, who just clings on. It allows Fiji's defence to ply forward, and they've just left that seam
Gates, you're
there
never on side coming to pick up the ball. Ball down, please.
from an illegal position.
Number
Fiji
8 has
conceding
never
penalties.
started in an onside position.
Oh, they're unlucky, Fiji. I think Naimasi was offside,
Okay.
but Nkothi
Scrum
wasn't.
called. Here we are. Girls, girls.
Both teams
Oh,
just need
we're
to
here.
settle
Yeah,
on their
Thank you.
simplest plays, their best play here.
Easy goal.
It almost feels like
Right.
they're trying too hard, and therefore nothing's happening for anyone.
Bind. Set.
Amee-Leigh scoops it away quickly for Mulhall, finds Murphy Crowe. Nice early ball on the outside. Bessie holds on to her, though, over the 10-metre line. And that's a penalty
Holding.
the other way. Murphy Crowe, no option but to hold
It's
on
okay,
to
she's
it.
just trying to stand up.
Dalio, who
Backwards.
made the tackle. Fiji trying to get to the edge straight away with Naimasi and then use that wraparound. All still there for Bilecki, but it's pretty ragged from Fiji.
Yeah.
Chopping back a Lunisau. Naimasi, know the danger. Linking up on the outside. Messi can't get around Murphy Crowe. An underrated area of her game
Roll away,
as the
number
defence
5.
couldn't roll away though. Wrapped up on halfway. Oh, it's clunky from Fiji. Pressure coming on from Parsons. Ball around the corner. No, this is better. And here goes Bilecki. She'll have the pace easily on Flood. And that's what they can do. Ugly 1 minute, brilliant the next.
It's scrappy, it's clunky, it's not working well for them. In a moment of brilliance, an offload between the outstretched arm of a defender. Adivani Bilecki gets to get away with it. Look at this, just holding it up and just weaving it round the corner. That's it, that's the try. That brings them roaring back into a game that was slipping away.
Superb athlete, the frustration. And the delight. And the conversion as well, so the gap is just 2. With a minute to play, it's Ireland 14, Fiji 12 in the quarterfinal. Big error though, big error.
You're always better off letting that bounce and hoping it just dribbles over the 10 for you if you're Fiji there. I'm in control now.
Decision. What you want? Scrum cold.
I'm going to wander pretty slowly to the scrummer, Ireland. I think it's a cool time off yet.
Which number? Number 8. Substitution. It's off. No. Balance on the set, okay? Wait for the ball. Time on. Crouch.
Clock is being chewed up as Ireland gets set to set the scrum on halfway. Let's see if Fiji put a shove on lane, gets it away for Mulhall. Ireland lead by 2, and there's a good short ball for Burns. Just there for Murphy Crowe, play on. The siren is seconds away for Ireland if they can hold possession here. Higgins. And now spinning across for Parsons. She's going to take it on. No, she's going to get it out. Clever work from Baven Parsons, and look at the joy. Ireland into the semi-finals.
The curse is broken, but she made sure of it too. She got on the outside of the defence, no risk, didn't want to tackle, no ruck, no nothing. She only got her own team on the sideline and then jumped into their arms.
Oh, it's Parsons slams it out to the side, embraced and surrounded by her friends, and the now Irish rugby anthem echoes around HBS Stadium in Perth. Amee-Leigh gets to lead Great Britain into a semi-final. It's getting everyone. What a way to start as Lucy Mulhall and Ireland charge up. But here is Great Britain. They've really gutsed out some of their wins, Sarah. All like 7 or fewer, I think, the victories.
Yeah, they certainly have, and they've done it the hard way, but they've certainly got the job done. Great Britain, they've really surprised me, I have to say, but it's so great to see them here, and looking at these two teams, not much separates them in standing, so a lot to play for.
What it does mean for Great Britain is they'll, regardless of what happens, they'll be out of relegation zone points-wise after 11th and 8th in the first 2 tournaments. This is going to be a great boost for them, but that will be secondary for sure. As Tyler Miller is our referee, it's Ireland in their traditional green, and Great Britain looking for a first ever final. As GB, Ireland have only ever been in one. History awaits for one of these teams. Semi-final underway off the boot of Ireland's captain, Lucy Mulhall. And oh, look at Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe. Just getting there in time was Norman Bell as Murphy Crowe was bearing down on it. So Great Britain in front of their own goal post through Jade Sheckles. Amy Wilson-Hardy, her veteran experience will be important. Jasmine Joyce goes to ground. Ireland looking to muscle through this, and they have done exactly that. It's there for Mulhall. Great attacking chance. Wilson-Hardy's reeled away as well. So big trouble for GB early on here. Higgins, can she release Murphy Crowe? Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe looking to strike first in the semi-final. Dragged down in a good tackle by Boatman. Meg Burns clears. Flood with the kick this time for some open territory there for Bajan Parsons. It wasn't Stacey Flood's best kick, but the pickup was brilliant. The offload was better, and Lucy Mulhall, Ireland's captain, strikes the first blow of the semi-final.
This is exactly what we've come to know of this Irish side. They like to start fast. Them having possession here was off a huge counter ruck. There was a bit of a wonky kick there, a bit of work to do, but it eventually finds the hands of their captain, Mulhall, who cruises over. Oh, they're so hard to contain when they're in their own attacking 22.
Missed the conversion, Mulhall, but 5-0. There's this boatload of Irish fans here. There's plenty. Like that start.
Sorry, you can always count them shot in numbers.
Be happy with what they've seen too, and they'll be happy with that defence. Uren, though, good support from Uren as Norman Bell comes away. She's really dangerous in that position. They hung off her too long. Baven Parsons chasing Norman Bell, weaving her way to the line. Norman Bell with the dive over the line to bounce back and strike back for GB.
Norman Bell, only 5'2", and she's often the playmaker. Great to see her be the one to break away. She was able to brave that one. She was well covered by Irish defenders hot in her tracks, but you know that when she's in space, she will often finish the job. That was a brilliant, brilliant display of her individual talent.
Now she scored the winning try for GB to win the bronze medal in Hong Kong last season with a solo effort. So strong when she backs herself, and the classic touch player dive at the line for the finish puts GB in front, 7-5. You're in. Brought down by Flood. Hit hard by Jasmine Joyce. She is a tough defender, Jazz Joyce. Lane for Higgins. And now Burns around the corner. Now she is deceptively quick too. Mega Burns finds the flyer. Murphy Crowe on the outside with a banger of a pass. And Amee-Leigh, Murphy Crowe. It's a great try for Ireland.
It has been an Ireland show in this opening 4 minutes. What I loved here is that Burns rushed around on the short side to create an extra number. She was able to draw in the last defender for Great Britain. And as we know and have seen of Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe, she's so speedy, she's experienced, and there's no reason why she couldn't get that job done when she knows she's got the speed for it.
She's so reliable, isn't she? She's so clutch for them, Amee-Leigh Murphy Crowe. 177 now. So Ireland go back in front, 12-7. It's a good restart from Mulhall, and it lands for Lane. Pressure coming on here from Ireland. Good tackle, Shekels. Trying to wrestle and squeeze this back. It was a good contest, you heard the referee say. Great work, GB.
That was a solid defensive effort from them. Huge counter ruck there.
Scrum. Time off. Subs. Number 11.
This is a different option that we've seen here from Great Britain. They often like to go for the quick tap, but here they've opted for the scrum. You can see them setting up their numbers nicely on the left edge.
All right, time on, please. Crouch.
Detention. A crowd.
Bind.
Norman Bell.
Set.
Rona Lloyd tucked in behind her, and away they come for Norman Bell. And now the Scotswoman Lloyd. Ireland well covering that. And they will get another penalty. It's Murphy Crowe. And look at her, want it. Oh, just about get on with it.
She's an absolute weapon.
Scrum.
We've seen exactly what she can do when she's in attack, but defensively, she matches that tenacity that she shows us. Great Britain here, they had the numbers, but well covered by a strong Irish defensive line. Like a thief in the night, she's straight over it.
Well, she's leading Ireland for tackles, tries, carries and line breaks this weekend.
Is there anything left?
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Chance for Ireland to attack here. Mulhall comes for Burns. Murphy Crowe trotting along, looming on the outside as Mulhall lays it back. Now Flood here as Murphy Crowe all little in and away, well clung on to by Lloyd. Ireland looking for a third strike just before half-time. They've got a penalty that was high. Flood goes quickly. England, Great Britain rather, having to track back Burns for Lane. A little juggle, and that allowed Wilson Hardy to come at it. Murphy Crowe looking for an opening. Probably wasn't one of her best passes, and it breaks down for the Irish.
Scrum.
Looking at this Irish side, it looks like they're all singing off the same song sheet, just so well connected. As soon as they concede possession, they all in a line, ready to attack, ready to defend.
As I say, all 4 of Great Britain's games decided by 7 or less. They've got an edge to them, a grip. Sometimes they'll grind. It might not always be pretty. They stay well connected.
Love that you say that, because what we've seen of this Great British side is that they come to life, particularly in the second half. So don't be fooled by what we see. They've still got more in the tank and more to give.
Yep. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Maud feeds the scrum. Bounces kind enough for Urin. Captain in Great Britain in the absence of Abby Brown, who was injured on day 1. Maud wasn't due to play this match. Got a late call after an injury in the warm-up to the semi-final as it opens up for Amee-Leigh. Ireland punishing Great Britain's mistakes.
That has got to hurt. It's Great Britain's side, but got to give credit where it's due. This Irish defensive line, they just rush it, having so much urgency to hop onto that ball. Popped up nicely for Amee-Leigh, and she ensures an even further lead for a strong Irish side.
This is a good lead for Ireland to take into the halftime break now of the semi-final. And this time the conversion's good as well, so it's Ireland 19, Great Britain 7 at halftime.
We went to find another phase. We've got them. We've actually got them. Yeah, we do. Nice. Composure. So much time. Don't have to panic.
10 seconds.
Keep walking through the faster now with chaos.
Cool.
Right? Yeah, let's go. In between halves. Yeah. Let's go. Breath on 2. 1, 2.
An attack. You're not near that ball. You're not in action. That's where you work back. Get a bit of depth so we can change your line, change your pace. Okay. You can smash into it. Okay. We're just flipping the ball. Work hard off the ball. Get depth. Stay in the track.
Breath on 2. 1, 2. Right, go off. Again, 3. Get that then. Shit shot. Let's go. GB on me! GB on 3, GB! Come on, girls!
Coming up, the Australian women, 13 minutes away from a semi-final against the United States, and the fans are pouring in to support their team. They have had plenty of adversity this weekend. They've got more ahead, and a semi-final awaits. At the moment, it's Ireland nudging towards a place in the final. 19-7 they lead. What have Great Britain got in response? Second half underway in the semi-final. Neatly taken down by Stacey Flood. Higgins. Oh, busting through the tackle, Eve Higgins. Such a workhorse for this Irish side. Mulhall. Turns again. Flood has been busy. Here's Baven Parsons. Haven't seen her in a lot of space, but she's such a powerhouse. Caught well by Boatman, though. Mulhall. Oh, full of energy, goes herself, Mulhall. You're in chasing back. Oh, the hands down low. Weren't quite there for Amee-Leigh, but Ireland looking really dangerous.
That was an insane run from Mulhall. She just runs between two defenders, backs her speed. She looked like she was away, but it all came undone in this handling error here. But Irish well and truly dominating the start of the second half.
Oh, the bench, the faces, the anguish. Here's the matches coming up, the playoffs, Australia and the United States, the second of the women's semi-finals. Then it's our men's semi-finals, Ireland, Argentina, Fiji, Australia as well. So plenty to come here on finals day.
Set.
Great Britain chasing at the moment for a score to get them back into the semi-final. Maud for Shekels. And then just enough into the hands of Boatman, who scored the only try in the quarterfinal to get GB to this position. Now Lloyd, she quite happily ghost across, look to straighten, and now Uren and Flood, a couple of experienced players come together. Lloyd still there for GB. Ireland's defence is very organised though. Communication. No way through at the moment. And that's a soft penalty. Quick tap. It's a little ragged on attack from GB. Shekels has got herself in trouble, but she's managed to get herself out of it somehow. Norman Bell, there's no way through. No crack, no crease, and then the steal from Mulhall.
We've spoken about the connectedness of this Irish side, and it's really coming to light here in this second half. Great Britain, so frustrated, being camped out here in their own defending 22, but this Irish defensive line, the line speed, the urgency to get there and get over the ball, beating Great Britain, it's immense.
95. Subs.
Yes, hello, this you on the telly, and I was just about to say, not quite looking relaxed yet, the Irish fans, are they? They don't see this in the bag just yet.
22.
It'd be crazy to think so in a game like Sevens where it can just sway so quickly. There's still some time in this for Great Britain to insert themselves.
Make sure you're bound to her and don't go out early, okay? Time on, please. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Great attacking chance here for Ireland. It's scooped away. The bounce is good for Mulhall. Murphy Crowan now Burns. Coming back into the traffic, GB coming across, but really threatening again here. Ireland through Higgins, stepping and weaving and crashing over Eve Higgins.
This Irish side is just so clinical. Again, so hard to contain when they're own attacking 22. Here they opted for the short edge, but Higgins, she challenges them. It was essentially three defenders in that channel, but she backs her speed. Strong right foot step, sees the space and takes it herself. That's incredible, incredible stuff from this young woman.
She's so extraordinary. Eve Higgins. Still only 24. She's been in this team since she was 18.
Time.
Yeah, she might be the one to...
Number 7.
That might be the one that really could be enough for Ireland now.
Time on, please.
3 minutes to close this out for Lucy Mulhall's women. The second ever final. GB need to respond and respond quickly. Can't secure the ball from the kickoff though.
Over.
Mulhall again. Mulhall busting away. GB chasers coming again. Mulhall just dragged down by her opposite, Norman Bell. Danger not over, and a penalty. Well offside, Great Britain. Here they come again, Ireland.
Mulhall is just too much to contain in this match. She's so fearless. She doesn't necessarily care about what's in front of her. She backs herself. Huge run here. But a penalty to Great Britain sees Ireland with another opportunity to go. Just look at her. She's so strong. She's experienced. She's fast. She just keeps her legs pumping to keep the ball alive for her side.
Okay, time on, please.
Very impressive performance from Ireland. 2 minutes away now from a second ever final.
Set.
Murphy Crow, it'll be another penalty. Again, Great Britain.
It's all working according to the plan for this Irish side. They look very calm and composed. They have the lead. But as you know, every point matters. So they'll be far from resting on their laurels and looking to even further their lead.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ireland feed the scrum. They've got a foot in the final. It's almost there. Murphy Crow. Good hands from Parsons. Trying to bust her way through, dragged down by Burton. But it's all Ireland at the moment. Oh, Flood's landed awkwardly, but Mulhall's going to go in. She's played a brilliant match, the captain. And she's put them into a final.
Okay, time off.
She's their captain and she certainly leads by example. Just look at her urgency to get there. Didn't even bother to seal for the ruck. It came loose. She picks it up and she goes over. She's always sniffing around the ruck. And that really paid off for her.
Well, the try has come with trouble as well because Stacey Flood has stayed down, giving that last pass and looks in some discomfort. You see Mulhall ready to take that conversion. So they're going to go through to a final, but whether they have one of their key players, Stacey Flood, available remains to be seen. But the fans are happy for the Irish. What a moment for them.
It's hugely exciting. The way that they have held themselves throughout this campaign has been nothing short of impressive, and for them to really make a statement against a strong Great Britain side is such an indication of where they're heading. Still yet to be decided who they'll face in that cup final, but so much to be proud of.
Well, it's Australia and the USA. That's coming up next. And Australia will be without both Levi sisters, again suspended. Tegan for one more match. Maddie, after that red card last night against New Zealand, has been suspended for 4 matches, so she'll miss the tournament, rest of the tournament regardless. How much, Sarah, Australia have had to play with 6? A lot on the field. If that may that have taken out of them, I know they are supremely fit.
They are supremely fit, but it will always hurt them when they're losing their huge superstars. But you look at who they have in their stocks. Bianca Rita, she's their leading try scorer. She's been huge for them. Charlotte Caslick, very seasoned campaigner, so they're not lacking. It hurts though because they are strike weapons, but they've got more than enough to get the job done.
And that's still to come. We've still got just under a minute to play in this one. Stacey Flood's just hobbling towards the side.
Okay, time on, please.
So Mulhall's going to convert her own try here, and they really have done this well. They're streaking out. Kick goes over. 31 points to 7 now. A thumbs up, and she's going to go and take her leave. Lucy Mulhall, well deserved, seeing her team through to a final. Ireland now just looking to see off these final seconds. GB will keep playing, of course they will, and they're going to get something to show for it, are they? Wilson Hardy being tracked down, fires a brilliant ball for Torley. It's probably the brightest attacking moment GB have had. Norman Bell, and that shoveled along the line, and that'll be that. And for the second time ever, Ireland find themselves in a final of HSBC Sevens, and they've done it in some style. Ireland 31, Great Britain 7. Ireland off to the big show. The glittering gold and the trophy in their sights. Well, if adversity builds character and breeds champions, then this weekend Australia may have already overcome enough challenges to lift the trophy multiple times. But there's one more ahead, and it is Ireland, who are playing just their second ever final and aiming for their first ever trophy. Some rare displays of emotion, some hoping for divine intervention. Sarah Ngama, if you are Ireland and you have lost 29 in a row to the team you're about to play in a final, where do you start? Where can they get Australia?
Firstly and foremost, Ireland just need to play their game. They've shown how dominant they've been, and their clinical decision-making and their set-piece execution has been the difference. Play their style, play their way, and don't buy into this energetic, passionate Australian side that they have before them.
Here's our referee, Craig Chan, in charge of the final. We'll deliver it to Tegan Levi. How significant to have her back for this final.
Such a timely inclusion. Tegan Levi has been the key to the resurgence of this Australian side in this 23-24 season. Her coming back and her ball playing and physicality ability in the middle will be pretty important.
in front of a pumping crowd in Perth, Western Australia. It is Australia and Ireland. Tegan Levi, the women's final underway. And it's a big old mistake to start. It was nervous and tense. She hasn't played since day one.
That'll be a welcome mistake from this Irish side. Again, they've been so composed throughout this tournament, and now they have the first attacking opportunity right on the stroke of the 50-metre mark.
Here it is, the all-time records. 31 matches played, 30 for Australia, 1 for Ireland, 29 on the bounce. 2012-13 season, Ireland's only win. Shani Smale was in that team for Australia. Here goes Amee-Leigh, though. First attacking possession goes to Lucy Mulhall. Mulhall doesn't get around the outside of Kaslik. And Lane clears. Slinging it along for Eve Higgins, who was really strong in the semi-final for Ireland. But speaking of strong, look at Tegan Levi making up for her first mistake. Tap and go from Levi. Smale. And now Kaslik for Ashby stepping in, and now Kaslik pouring forward. Oh, they held off her, and you cannot stop the world's best player for twice in a row when she's in that kind of form.
Charlotte Kaslik, she is one of the world's best, if not the best. Huge play here from Tegan Levi to turn the ball over. Finds the hands of Ashby. She creates. She gets defenders to bite on her, availing that right edge. And Charlotte, true to the DNA of her rugby ability, finishes it off in front of a huge home crowd.
The kick from wide. Oh, it's superb. That is a great kick from Levi. 7 points to 0. Maddie Levi watching on. Alicia Lucas, the Rio Olympic gold medalist, thrilled with that start. Backwards for Flood. So here's Higgins again. Ireland just perhaps needing to settle a little more here. That's an early ball for Burns. And now Parsons, Baven Parsons. Kaslik just held on to her. She's a real powerhouse, Baven Parsons. Lane. Prominent Eve Higgins so far. No way through that rugged Australian defence. Faufako-Salia with her physicality. Lane. Flood again. Burns did well. And here's Parsons again, and she's been dangerous. And speaking of danger, Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe is going to respond quite quickly for Ireland. Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe under the post. Ireland strike back.
What a brilliant response from this Irish side, who've been so dominant throughout this tournament. There was a bit of work to be done there on that left edge. Parsons running on it with Faith Nathan covering her extremely well. But Amee-Leigh Murphy-Crowe, she has been simply outstanding, leading with all the attacking stats. And my goodness, when she's in space, you just cannot stop her.
Did she just pull up ever so slightly? Looked like towards the end there, she's trotting back into position, Murphy-Crowe. 7-all. Mulhall with the kickoff. Oh, it just rolls off the fingertips of Faufako-Salia, so this is going to be more ball for Ireland.
An uncharacteristic error there from Alicia Faufako-Salia. She's really physical. Does a real good job to get to it, but it just fumbles with Higgins placing some pressure on her. Again, the Irish have been superb with their set piece and really dangerous when they have the ball in hand.
Fine. Sit.
Out it comes for Amee-Leigh. They go to Murphy Crow down his short side, tries to take them on around there, going into the shadows. Keslick almost having hands on it, but conceding the penalty. And Ireland just taking their time, not going to get suckered into trying to play the way Australia wants at that pace.
And we've seen it time and time again throughout this tournament. They've shown variation in their attack, but their decision-making to opt for the set piece rather than just going for the quick tap is them showing that they're in control, that they're not going to buy into the opposition.
Just a reminder to Australia playing with only the 4 reserves. They lost Ben Tarita to injury in the semi-final. As well, of course, having Madison Levi suspended, so they're 1 short. There's Megan Burns in the middle. Just going herself, Burns, until she can link up with Mulhall. And again, they're getting that ball early to Murphy Crow, but that's a good, strong tackle by Faith Nathan. And all unlucky, really unlucky for Nathan. Oh, no.
Wally doesn't look extremely happy with that
Furious
decision.
with the decision.
Flawed by it. She was covered quite nicely here by Faith Nathan. That was really unfortunate for it to not work out in her favour, but the very last minute does come off her feet.
Yeah, a little bit more stability from you guys.
Gee, this first half has raced through.
Stability.
Only 45 seconds to go, 7 all.
Crouch. Point. Set.
Lane needs to get this in. It's a little slow.
Backline offside.
Oh, they've got Australia offside here, so a bit of a free shot for Mulhall. Burns. Lane getting very sideways, so they're going to go for the offside penalty.
Sorry, back 10, please. Mark's here. Back 10.
So what's the option here for Highland Sierra? And they've decided it.
Shocked they've opted for the set piece, but looking at their main attack launch pad, it was all come off the back of set piece execution.
Crouch. Boy.
What a spectacular scene.
Set. I'm coming on this side. I'm coming on this side. Ready? Crouch.
The time is up on the clock
Boy.
for half time.
Set.
In and out it comes for Ireland this time. Mulhall back for Lane and then back for Mulhall again. Mulhall, it's Keslick just riding her into the Perth turf. It's there again for Ireland though. They're looking after the ball well at that breakdown area. Higgins. Higgins. Oh, it doesn't release passes. Again, Australia offside though.
55 offside. Where's the mark?
Australia being constantly marched back.
55 offside. 55. No, options.
Another scrum. Oh, it feels like it's the tension really ramping up late in this first half, very late in this first half.
The Irish are well and truly in control. They've had a few opportunities to attack, but the Australian defensive line has held true, has held strong.
Crouch. Boy. Set.
The scrum will set for a third time, 90 seconds into extra time in the first half. Mulhall to the line, and then again it breaks down, and it's another penalty. It's a yellow card for Charlotte Keslick.
That is a huge loss from this Australian side. 2 minutes, Charlotte will sit in the bin. Irish now operating with a numerical advantage, opting yet again for the scrum. Inevitably there will be space somewhere, but it's just whether or not the Irish can find it.
Make sure you pick the hit and stay there.
Crouch. Down from Keslick.
Boy.
Stick the arm out, it's always going to be jeopardy. So now 7 on 6. Lane goes herself, Amee-Leigh, but spins out of the tackle, dragging to the line, just short, centimetres short. Flood for Mulhall. Lucy Mulhall puts Ireland in front.
there was always going to be an advantage to this Irish side, who have an extra woman. Mulhall, she's been immense in this first half. Hall had a big charge here at the line, ultimately stopped by Smale, but that close to the line, Mulhall is unstoppable.
Well, they didn't panic Ireland, they've been camped down here. And now with the one-player advantage, they have got a converted try advantage. Ireland leads Australia 14-7 at half-time in the final.
Attack-wise, girls, again, we keep controlling possession, control the ball, and control the game. Everyone scrum, scrum, scrum now. I'm not saying we've got an opportunity to fucking tap and go now because they're sitting on the heels waiting. If they want to demand the cash we want to, we can pick up the team. The game, like we can attack again. Another thing for us, we just can't die with our feet. We've got to use our footwork, but again, our players through the otherwise they're going to get on the ball. Don't give them that opportunity. Defense, keep connecting, keep putting them to the ground, keep the straight. Reset, refocus. We go again. We go again. There's another 7.
Let's go, girls. Energy now.
Not even tired, girls.
3, 2, 1, all in! Let's go, girls!
Gold medal matches. It's Australia's men taking on Argentina in just under half an hour's time, and at the moment it is Ireland leading Australia 14-7 in the women's final at half-time. Lucy Mulhall, who scored the go-ahead try. Smale takes that well. It's really tricky with that sun at the moment. Of course, Charlotte Caslick still in the sin bin. Australia down to 6. Parsons trying to get in there for Ireland. And now a penalty. I was just about to say Ireland's been really disciplined, and then they gave away that penalty. Stacey Flood, who is limping again. She was in trouble at the end of that semi-final, Flood. Okay, but yeah, this is clever from Australia as well, just taking some time here.
All right, let's go a bit on the 5. All right, let's go, please.
Decision-making when they are operating with one woman down is so crucial, but looks like Charlotte is approaching to throw the ball in for this line-out.
Ireland, stay here. Skip, Ireland, yeah, skip.
So they get their key woman back just at time, who nails her throw
Number 3 versus 2.
And a free kick. So Australia looking to turn on the temperature, turn up the temperature on Ireland. And here's another woman to do it. Caslick, she likes that, just goes across field. Then the switch for Tegan Levi. Higgins chasing. Oh, just about had her, Eve Higgins. But Tegan Levi comes up trumps when they needed her, under the posts.
Charlotte Caslick linking up with Tegan Levi to put Australia back into this fight. Simply extraordinary. Charlotte just running in between 2 defenders, waving the wand. Tegan Levi, only her 2nd appearance at this tournament, and shows us that she's still got the goods in spades.
And now to convert her own try and put us back on terms. 14 plays 14. Oh, the crowd will tell you the groan. Tegan Levi, she can shaking. I think that's a wry smile.
She normally nails that, but that just didn't come off too well. The Irish, no shock again that they're opting for the scrum. They know what works for them. They're not buying into the fact that the scores are tied up right now.
Crouch. Fine.
Ireland has never won a title. This is only their second final. Look at Australia though, 15. And Charlotte Caslick has won 15 of those. Lane, doesn't find Burns. It just breaks down and dribbles out over the side, overplaying the hand a wee bit. Oh, Levi goes quickly.
Play on.
The bounce for Lefau Fakusalia. She's strong enough to hold off the oncoming defenders. Caslick again spins out of one. Bella Nasser out there now. Ashby. Caslick again. That's a lovely pass, Lefau Fakusalia. Levi gets rid of one defender off the toe. And then nice hustle to the loose ball. Levi's down, back plate. They're going to get in there. Actually, you're going to call time here for Tegan Levi.
Maybe scrum your ball. Yeah. Maybe scrum Australia ball. I just want to double check on the player. Anything there, Matt? Yep, thank you.
Slowly to her feet, but just having a breather.
Is she good to go? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Maybe scrum Australia ball, they're having the possession. Maybe scrum Australia ball. What do our police set up first? Time back on, crouch. Fine. Time's off, please. Listen up. Tick.
I think they're going to have to check Tegan Levi's for an official head injury here. Yeah, that's come from the sideline for a head injury assessment.
It's the right thing to do. She didn't look too great when she got up. But now we see Dom Toit enter, and she's been pretty outstanding whenever she's come up for Australia this weekend.
Dom Toit in the quarterfinal and the semi-final has come up big time. A lot of experience.
Fine.
Impact off the bench.
Set.
Comes out. Caslick just tries to tow it ahead. A little awkward. Nathan gets there though. And now blindside for Ashby. They're going to try and work this side. Nasser. Ireland having to do a lot of defending through this passage of play. And that's when Australia can break your souls. Here's Toy and Caslick again. Wrapped up by Burns. Oh, Nathan can't control it.
Two knock on.
Oh, lucky there's a double knock on there, or Murphy Crow Gonski.
You can see the intent here from Charlotte Caslick. Wants to get the offload off, but not contained by Faith Nathan. But as you said, if Crow was in space, it would have been over.
Let's come up, please. Okay on me.
Probably the first real opportunity that the Irish have had in this second half to have a crack to get into their 22, because it's been all Australia so far in the second half.
Just when we stay there. Time back on.
Amee-Leigh comes into it for Ireland.
Set.
Heading towards the final 2 minutes, and we're still locked 14 all in this final. Ireland throwing everything at the Australian favourites. Higgins once more just tireless, absolutely tireless. Couldn't quite get it away to Baven Parsons though. Great defence. Australia very composed at the moment. Here is Riley, and now Burns, Mulhall for Parsons, weaving away, can't get past Faith Nathan, good defence. Caslick ripping in there, penalty. Tap and go quickly for Ireland. Erin King, Mulhall getting every second pass. Higgins bumping off, And Eve Higgins puts Ireland back in front.
That was some super composed stuff on this Irish side who really had to bide their time to get into their own attacking 22. Some controversial calls there from the referee, but ultimately allows them back into play. Isabella Nasser falling off her tackle. As we're about to see here, she just bites a little too hard, beat him back on the inside. And Hugin crosses over.
And the Irish men who won the bronze medal earlier, they're up on their feet. The questions coming in the Aussie camp. Conversion goes away. It's Ireland 19, Australia 14, and there's 40 seconds to play. Lucy Mulhall, it just goes, oh, couldn't bring it in. Ireland with a chance here as Mulhall's dumped to the turf. And they could really suck up time now.
Let's go, please. Come off, stop, please. Let's go, come in, set up, please. Great. 8 Australia. Is it 6 or 8?
So, some last changes coming in for Australia. That's the coolest head
Listen
you
up.
want.
If you want to try both head together, wait until the boys end.
19-14 Ireland.
Time back on. Crouch.
Have never won a
Boy.
trophy, and if they hear the hooter, that drought is
Set.
broken. Get it out. History made. An extraordinary moment for Irish rugby. And scenes of pure delight. Ireland, the champions in Perth.
Marcos Mornetta. I'll tell you what, I'd be closing the hotel set up too if I was running the rendezvous out at Scarborough. And I'd be getting them off the stage real quick. Here we go. Out. What's going on? What's going on? They've blown up the pool in South Africa. They come to us and destroy our stage. Come on, man. They're breaking opponents' hearts and breaking everything else they get their mitts on. Argentina. The Argentinian men now come with an insurance premium. I think that